My name is Diane, and I'm a social worker. And what I'm going to do today is a brief interview to get to know you a little bit better, and then I'm going to do a questionnaire to see how your mood is, and a questionnaire to see how your memory is doing. Can you tell me where we are right now?
St. Louis University, I'm assuming the psychology department.
Okay. And do you know what time it is about?
Well, we came here after lunch, so that must have been 1. I
Okay.
imagine it's about 2 or 2:15 now.
Okay.
Am I right?
I don't know because I don't have a watch on, but you're right that it's after lunch. After lunch is good. You know about what time of day it is. And how did you get here today?
I came with Mike, one of our drivers.
All right. Okay, in order to get to know you just a little bit better, can you tell me who you live with?
My daughter Catherine.
All right. How long have you lived together?
A couple years at least. I feel 2.5 years.
Okay.
Maybe 3. That never dawned on me to check.
How did you come to move in together?
You want the truth, or should I say what they told me?
I think the truth is always the best
She
policy.
wanted my money.
Oh, she wants your money?
Well, just like all young people do. Young people are always broke.
Uh-huh.
There's so much lovely things to spend your money on houses and cars.
Right. Is the house that you live in, is it a house or an apartment?
I think it's a house now.
Okay. Do you know if it's rented or if she's buying it?
I think she rented this one.
Okay.
She sold the other one
All right.
and sold mine.
Oh, you had a house too?
Oh, yeah, and 2 of them.
Oh, okay. And were you married
At one time.
at one time? Okay.
Yeah, my kid's not a bastard.
Uh-huh, okay. All right.
I got 2 kids,
2 kids?
a boy and a girl.
Where does your son live? Does he live around here?
He's in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
That is the southwest state next to California, then New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's Arizona's in there and everything. I get all mixed up.
Yeah, yeah. So are you widowed?
Well, he's dead now,
Okay.
but he wasn't.
He wasn't, okay.
And we got divorced and everything.
Oh, right, you were
Of
divorced.
course.
All right.
That wasn't meant as a joke.
No. Mhm. And how many times were you married?
Just the once.
Just once, okay.
That was enough.
All right. How do you and Catherine get along?
Like mother and daughter living together.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them strong-willed.
Okay. So it's strong-willed. Does that mean that you lock horns a lot?
Not necessarily, but she wants her way and I want mine, but fortunately we have separate places we can hide.
Okay, all right. Do you have any friends or other family members that you're in contact with?
I don't anymore,
All right.
but she does. She has loads of friends and church people and things like that.
Okay. I was going to ask if you had any kind of faith community.
Well, yeah, our minister just lives 3 doors down.
Oh,
And I've been to church at her place quite a bit.
all
And
right.
I was Presbyterian.
All right. Is that the kind of church that you're attending now?
No, it's, I don't know, it's just a Christian church. I don't know the name of it.
All right.
Something about Bethel, I think.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not very familiar with it. I haven't been going there long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to sound
No, that's all right. It's the place that your daughter goes, and so it's kind of natural to go
Yes.
together. How much schooling did you have?
About 18, I guess. I'm not sure. But I went a long time.
Did you? Okay.
And, I'd have time in between to have my kids and then go back and study some more. So I really don't remember.
Did you graduate high school?
Oh, sure.
Okay. And did you have any schooling beyond high school?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What did you study?
Everything that I could.
Yeah, you enjoy learning?
Oh, yes, I still do.
Okay.
Thank God I got my computer.
What do you use your computer for?
Mostly just anything that comes to my mind. I just say, I'll ask my daughter, you think that's on there? Well, try it, I'll sit down. And it's usually there, she knows all about computers and things. I'm still learning.
Oh, that's cool. It sounds like you use the internet to do
Oh, yeah.
research.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you really do enjoy.
If I don't know something, I ask Jeeves.
There you go. All right, cool. What did you do for a career?
Well, my degree is in nursing.
All right. Did you have an LPN, an RN?
I have RN BSN.
Okay. And so what did you do with that? Did you work in direct care?
I was what they call an occupational health nurse. I worked and took care of people in factories and in the work setting. And because there are injuries, and I took care of injuries and gave physical examinations, talked to doctors, called them. I mean, it's very interesting.
Sounds like it.
Extremely interesting. And rode to the hospital in ambulances when people had really bad injuries. And got to go in emergency rooms at the hospitals and talk to the doctors there and have coffee afterward. Just real interesting to see all, not the injuries. I mean, you don't like to see injuries, and especially people that you know and employees and things.
Sure.
But it's interesting to talk to people and the doctors and, St. Louis University Hospital is where we took people in a hurry and WashU when we had time to go.
Okay. So as an occupational health nurse, do you spend more time in direct patient care or more time in education? Like educating folks?
Educating the employees? Well, both actually, but mostly you kind of make up your own agenda as you go along. I mean, for instance, when I went to work at this last job I had at National Ed, there was no actual setup for a routine or anything like that. You know Dr. Madrid, don't you?
I don't.
No. He was our company doctor. And he came in every afternoon from 12 to 2. And he'd go in an office right across from my desk and just sit down and rock back and forth and wait to see if anything happened in his 2 hours. Well, I didn't like that. So I made sure I started physical examinations on all the men. I started, and I would send out a memo to their foreman and to their department, and I would get them 5 at a time. And I would do hearing tests and eye tests and have doctor do their prostate, let's face it, their male things.
Right.
And talk to them about history, the family injuries and illnesses. And I just kind of made things up because there was no protocol at all.
Okay.
So I did it.
Well, it sounds like that was a lot more in-depth than what I had imagined in terms of the
Yeah.
exams and kind of what you got
Yeah,
into.
you'd be surprised, this was not, but of course, if there was a real serious injury, that took precedence over anything.
Right, you have to triage what's most
Right.
important.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay. Did you
Fortunately,
enjoy
I didn't
it?
have much of that. Loved it.
Did you?
I hated to grow old with it.
So, did you do that until you retired?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
I
okay.
retired from 2 places.
Oh, what was the other place?
I worked at a place where they manufactured, can't remember what it is now, like, something like a powder. It was a liquid first and then a powder. Well, it's really not that important.
It was a
But,
factory.
yes, it was a regular industrial setting, and I worked in the medical department. And I set up the same protocol that I did in the other place. And then the one, both of them closed. I was kind of bad luck. Seemed like every place I worked closed.
Oh,
So,
well, I could see that you would be successful. You're very well-spoken and personable.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sure. Did you ever serve in the military?
No, but I worked for the military during World War II.
Did you?
Yes, I worked at the engineer depot in Granite City.
And what was that? I don't know what that is.
Well, actually, I don't know exactly what they did. There wasn't any factory work or anything like that, and there was just a bunch of soldiers and officers there, and I think it was a stopping off place where they came and waited to be transferred to the regular job or overseas, something like that.
I see.
I know it seemed to be more officers than men.
Were you-
I don't know exactly. It was one of my first jobs, and I was very young.
Were you?
It was a long time ago. So now I'm forgetful. Back
Sure.
then, I would have told you right away. It was engineer depot.
Okay.
We had a lot of engineers.
Interesting.
Highly educated people.
So, were you employed as a civilian or, okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right. Mrs. K, do you drink alcohol?
Sometimes, sure.
What do you like?
Everything.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
not
mean-
partial.
No, if somebody's serving something, I'll take it.
Have you ever had trouble with alcohol, like
No.
it interfered with your working or?
No, no.
Okay.
No.
All right. What about drugs?
Oh, no.
No. All right. Have you ever used prescription medicines in a way that they weren't prescribed?
Oh, no. No.
All right. So drugs and alcohol haven't really been a part of your
No, I
life?
haven't.
All right, except for socially, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I'd get beer and sit down and drink it, and if I had some left over from a party or something people brought, I'd drink it. But I wouldn't go out and buy it,
All right,
just to have it.
yeah. Do you smoke?
Yes,
Okay,
but I don't have to smoke, and I don't inhale.
okay.
No, I haven't had a cigarette in maybe over a week because I can't smoke at work. And I'm one of those people who say, if I have to go outside and smoke, I'm not going to smoke. A cigarette isn't going to order me around.
Okay.
And but if I have a chance, if I'm talking to somebody, I need to go out and they're smoking, I'll smoke.
Okay.
But I
It's,
don't smoke at home. None in the house. I'd have to go outside, and I just don't. I think it's kind of ridiculous to be so dependent on something. You have to go outside in the cold or the hot heat or the rain
that's right,
just to satisfy that little roll of enchantment.
that's right.
But it's a little roll of enchantment with fire on one end and a fool on the other.
Is that what it is? I've never heard that before.
Probably not.
So it's something that, it doesn't sound like you have such a
Craving?
craving for it that you,
No,
okay, all right.
not marijuana either.
No.
I had a puff of that once, that was enough.
That was it? Tried it once, forget it, huh? All right.
Oh, I laid down, after I had that, I laid down on my bed. And for some reason, this is kind of funny, my mind thought I was laying in my bed, but I was on a 2x4. And
Oh.
you know what a 2x4 is?
I
2
do.
inches wide and 4 inches tall.
Uh-huh.
And I was on the 2-inch side, and I didn't dare move because I would fall off. And it never dawned on me in my state of mind,
Uh-huh.
dream state, that if I fell off, I'd hit the bed. I know I could not fall off that 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, it was though I just woke up and what am I doing here? Why am I on a 2x4?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only puff I ever had.
Uh-huh. That experience was enough, huh?
There's no more 2x4s.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That was only a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Really?
No more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
That was at a party I had at my house.
Mm. All right.
And I'm very flexible at my parties.
Right. So you don't police what people are doing, just kind
Well,
of
that's what a party is. You do what you like to do.
mm-hmm. Cut loose.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I hope you don't leave a house all high on drugs or marijuana.